Hey everyone, welcome to Area 616. Avengers Infinity War and the untitled Avengers 4 have been filming for almost a year now, having started in January. Now that it's November, it's likely that production is starting to wrap up. But over the course of its production, we've gotten many leaked casting calls that have caught our attention. For example, there was a call put out for Japanese Yakuza members, leading many to theorize that the Hand would somehow be in Avengers 4. It was later confirmed that Avengers 4 would be filming in Tokyo, so unless the Hand has suddenly relocated from New York City to Tokyo, Japan, then it's likely not them. And that's not even mentioning what happened to them in The Defenders. Regardless, just last week, another casting call was leaked and it's very interesting. Now the subject of this video is really potential spoilers for Avengers 4. Obviously it's only speculation at the end of the day, but it's hard to imagine this going any other way with what we know. If you don't want a big moment in Avengers 4 potentially spoiled, then I would advise you leave now. Because I mean it, this could very well be some major spoilers for Avengers 4. But with all the warnings out of the way, a casting call was put out for the film Mary Lou, which is Avengers 4's filming codename. The call was put out with the location listed as Peachtree City, Georgia, not far from Atlanta. This filming would take place over the course of 2 days in December the 6th and the 7th. So, who are they asking for? 2 identical twin baby boys, Caucasian. This might seem harmless enough at first, but this does remind many fans of a certain set of twins from the comics, Billy Kaplan and Tommy Shepard, aka Wiccan and Speed, aka the children of Scarlet Witch and Vision. So in the comics, Wanda Maximoff and Vision got married and had 2 twins, Billy and Tommy. Now, you might think that's a little weird. I mean, Vision's a synthezoid, so I don't get how this would happen. And you'd be right. It was revealed that the twins, Billy and Tommy Maximoff, were actually created by the Scarlet Witch with her hex magic. It was revealed that she had actually used slivers of the life essence of the demon Mephisto in order to bring them to life. Eventually, this was found out and they were reabsorbed into Mephisto. However, years later, 2 kids, Billy Kaplan and Tommy Shepard, were reincarnated with other parents. Wiccan had magical abilities, and Speed had, well, super speed, like Quicksilver, Wanda's brother. These 2 eventually went on to be a part of the superhero team, the Young Avengers, made up of Hulkling, a half-Skrull, Kate Bishop, aka the new Hawkeye, and probably the most popular founding member, as she has her own book right now. Then there was Elijah Bradley, aka Patriot, who got the super soldier serum that made Captain America after receiving a blood transfusion from his grandfather, who actually served as a Captain America during Steve's time on ice. Then there was Cassie Lang, so far the only Young Avengers founder who actually exists in the MCU. She's the daughter of Scott Lang, aka Ant-Man, and has basically all of his powers. The last member was Iron Lad, aka Nathaniel Richards, who turned out to be the younger Kang, who's with Fox, so I doubt he'd be here. His spot could be replaced with a newer character, America Chavez, who was born in an all-female alternate universe with various superpowers, eventually escaping and arriving on Earth 616. So it's really hard to think of any other purpose these twins could serve other than Wanda's kids. The only other real option is that they're just some random twins in the background of a shot, but, I mean, why would they put out a casting call specifically for them? I'd imagine that would be among a call for extras. So I really do think this is Billy and Tommy, and I think that we are headed towards the Young Avengers, though I do think it'll be a while. I think that Phase 4 will potentially build towards the Young Avengers with Cassie Lang growing and maybe even getting some Pym particles in a third Ant-Man and the Wasp. And while I didn't think it before, now I feel like we may very well get a Scarlet Witch solo film, which will build on these kids. I doubt they'll use Mephisto for this, at least I hope not. Personally, I think he should be saved for TV, so that he can go with Ghost Rider, should he ever get his own show. What I could see here is Pathan, I don't know how to pronounce his name, an ancient demon with a ton of ties to Scarlet Witch. I think this would be a wiser direction to go, as it would tie in with Wanda's comic self more. In the comics, she was actually possessed by Pathan once, so we could very well see that happen here. I do really hope they do this. I'd love to see the Young Avengers be in the MCU, and this is a smart move for the MCU's longevity. This is a way to introduce new, interesting characters that people want to see come into their own, which could very well keep the MCU alive and well for at least another decade. Although I will say, I hope they ditch the Young Avengers title. It makes sense, but it honestly does make them sound like a knockoff Avengers, and not the well-rounded characters they actually are. If they do this, I'd personally like to see them adopt the Ultimates name. Also, this is really a last-minute addition that doesn't have a ton to do with the subject of this video, but I just wanted to mention it. This morning, two big Avengers Infinity War related things happened. The Russo brothers put out a Facebook post with a picture of the number 3. I think this is a tease towards the teaser trailer's release. It could either be 3 days from now, which would be about Thursday, or it could be what I personally think it might be, which is December 3rd, aka this Sunday. The other thing that happened was Marvel posted some of the pictures from their big 10th anniversary photo shoot with Vanity Fair. I don't think we've seen everything, as it was reported that 83 actors were present for the shoot, and I only counted about 30 here. 83 does sound like a large number for only the movie characters, though I won't claim that I've counted. So as unlikely as it is, part of me is hoping that they've also included TV characters. It's very, very unlikely, but we'll see. But what do you guys think? Do you think these twins are Billy and Tommy? Do you think we're headed towards a Young Avengers movie? Let me know all your thoughts and theories in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all next time.
It's obsession.